Watch this.
Next, football talk is a big hit. Sunday nights to Wednesday nights, we striking a match cause we lit. Y'all know the name, we call it the Dub. On Friday nights, it feel like a club. Getting that VIP treatment on the sideline, they showing us love. Great interviews, go Hoods, putting in work, go good. Texas youth and high school talking to page on Facebook, hold up. Coach trying to stand on the scene, giving advice, he do what he mean. Jay back and swaggy big, rocking the gear, it's so clean.
We rise and go easy, off the easy, push easy. With my steppers, our special kids, making plays we so easy. Try to win, we so greedy. All our fans are so needy, cause they need to hear them talk about that club. We do it for the dub.
We do it for the dub. We do it for the dub. We do it for the dub. That DF dub. We do it for the dub. We do it for the dub. We do it for the dub. That DF dub.
Welcome to the Dub, number one high school podcast starring Pat Botese, Jeremy McInnes, Whitfield Roderick, Coach Carr, and Ron Riser.
Well, all right. What's happening? What's going on? Welcome to the number one talk show. Speak out.
The Dub, baby. You heard it first. The Dub. Hey, I'm Reginald Samples, 6A Division I state champion. I just want to give a shout out to the Dub, my favorite podcast and program.
Ron Murray, Mr. High School Holler, K104, the biggest out at the 214 day camp. Big shout out to the Quentin Jackson, you know, the Duncanville all-world quarterback.
It was good. The Quentin Jackson, shout out to the Dub High School Podcast.
Big shout out to the Dub, man. I see y'all making moves and doing what y'all need to do.
Salute.
What up, fella?
Hey man, what's happening, man? It's the first Sunday in February, Black History Month. You know what I'm saying? How y'all doing today? Or tonight?
Blessed. How are you, sir? All glad.
Pretty good. Can't trip, man. I feel good, man. We just had realignment. You know what I'm saying? You let us know. Now we got something to look forward to in football, high school. Then we got basketball, getting ready to get down to the nitty gritty. You know what I'm saying? People start getting ready for these playoffs, man. So we doing good, man. How you doing, B-Rod?
Oh, I'm good, man. Hey, man. Earlier, man, you know, made a mention who ate some Texas Roadhouse, and I'm chilling in the crib. Got my little beer. I'm good, man. Ready to talk some football, basketball, track, whatever, man. I'm ready, man. I'm in a good mood. I'm blessed. You know, talk to my brothers, man. Let's get it going, man.
Yes, sir.
It's diet beer. It's diet beer too. Low carb beer in this case. Normal diet.
What happened? In fact, you got a little echo, a little static in your background, but
Is it?
what's going on with you?
Hold on. Let me put my mic in. Is that better?
Is it better with the mic?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, there we go. Hey, man, shout out. Look, Willow. I got a bone to pick with Willow. So he recommended a movie called American Fiction, and I sat through the worst 2 hours of my entire life.
Hey, so tell me about that movie.
Bro, I know it was a satire and all this type of stuff, but bro, it was so damn boring. Like I just could never get a good grasp of the movie. I could never just get into it. It was just weird in all types of weird satirical ways.
Yeah. Okay. So I need you to explain to me what the movie was about.
It was about the satire, how people look at us and how people like they're enamored with the black experience, but the black experience has to be a negative black experience for them to gravitate to it. That's what I gathered out of it. But I mean, just it was so damn quirky and weird to me. And I went and asked some people at the movies for my money back. And they said, if you had left 30 minutes before it ended, we would have gave you your money back. But they gave me 2 free movie passes, so I'm good.
So
Damn.
I guess here's what I'm gonna say, man. I just think maybe we have a different palette. You know what I mean? And that's okay. That's okay. I apologize if you didn't like the movie, but I stand by it. It is an awesome movie. I went to an art show last night, me and the wife,
Right.
and we got a chance to experience black art. So I'm into that, you know what I mean? But I thought the movie was really good, and I do apologize that you didn't. Right? Now imagine watching that. Okay, let me ask you this: how many white people was in the theater with you?
There was a black couple and a Hispanic couple. That was it. And then
okay. So everybody else in that movie theater was white.
No, that's all that was in the movie theater.
It was just 6 of y'all.
Yeah. They said the movie been struggling at the box office. So I don't know.
Well, listen. Actually, American fiction hasn't been struggling. A lot of other movies have. But I get what you're saying.
Yeah,
I get what you're saying. Yeah, I apologize to you for not having the type of palette that would allow you to understand that movie. Thank you.
I understand. I understood it. I understood it. It was the execution. I thought the execution could have been better.
That's how Pat was in there looking. He was in the theater looking
like. Say, Pat. Now, what happened was, Pat, when you went to go get the popcorn and you was in the restroom, you missed some important stuff in the movie, and you were just lost.
No, I'm not that guy. I'm the guy that's gonna get the popcorn and everything before the movie, and I'm not moving. I don't like moving out, getting out of a movie and missing anything. Now I will say this: the movie theater had, and I noticed that a lot of movie theaters now got those reclining seats and stuff like that. I thought that was dope. That's the second movie theater I've been to. They got them reclining seats where you just lay back.
Oh, them the only movie theaters we go to. Yeah, we don't.
Them other ones I go to. If it ain't a recliner, you probably gonna see me. I'll tell you that right now. And 3D.
We don't go to those movies.
And I gotta watch 3D. That's the only way you can get me to.
There you go. I gotta give you a drink, some wings, some popcorn. You know what I'm saying? Nice, comfortable seat, and enjoy the movie. It's an experience, Pat.
Nah, for real.
Speaking of movies, dog. Speaking of movies,
yeah, you probably went to movie 14. you might went to the hood movie and everything, Pat. Hey,
no, it wasn't the hood. It wasn't the hood. Look, this movie theater was cool though. It had a bowling alley in it. It had a sports bar. I'm like, damn, that's a lit theater. Now, the theater was on hit. I mean, the bowling alley, you had like 100-inch screen watching the Maverick game while you bowl. I mean, that was dope. It might have to be a dub hang. I'm going to take y'all out there.
Yeah. And watch American.
No. I tell you one movie that have y'all watched Underdogs?
Yes.
That's the movie.
I'm gonna be honest. That movie, I was telling my old lady, I said, baby, this movie right here is kind of like the podcast. It's about kids, but it ain't for kids. Because
you ain't lying, bro. I seen the preview of it. My mouth just hit the floor. I'm like, damn.
It is definitely rated R. But you know what's that? I really believe like I've seen Snoop shows and stuff about his kids. You know, the little documentaries that he has. Like his homeboy is Mike Epps. Like he like his homeboy like that for real. Like will cuss kids out and don't he like you, Jeremy?
he like we was when I was coaching with you. That's about how it was, but we at least had junior high kids.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, them kids are like they were all about fifth graders in that movie. I was like, God.
We was all about the kids. Now don't get us wrong. We was definitely all about the kids. The kids had a great experience. You know.
Yeah.
Let's get
at the end of the day, Snoop was about the kids too. I just don't never remember no kids cussing me out like that.
Bruh.
I don't care. It just wasn't work out. Yeah.
They got that, bro.
I ain't know it was a movie at first. I thought it was a skit. I saw like a 10-minute preview the other day.
Snoop was going fed on them boys.
Nah, I'm gonna tell you, that movie would never hit regular TV. I'm telling you, That movie will never hit regular TV. You can't bleep out enough. Like it ain't enough made up words.
That's my type of movie, though. That's my type of
Never be
movie.
on BET.
Said ain't gonna never be a Disney show, huh?
No, they'll never play that movie on no kind of TV, dog. I'm telling you, it's way too well. It just it was a good movie though. But God, that was more cussing. It made me cringe, and I'm a cusser. You know what I'm saying? I was like, man, good Lord.
Oh man.
But yeah, man, we waiting on we got a good show, man. We waiting on Lincoln to tap in, man. Lincoln said he was he was on his way in, so we waiting on him to tap in, man. We're gonna talk with Lincoln Coleman, man, part 2. And get his thoughts on a lot of stuff. But coming off of I do want to ask y'all a question while we wait on him, man. And Coach Carr, this was me and you was talking about it earlier. Is looking at college, right? Because I was looking at some more kids that we've had on. They made some good commitments. I got from Carrington Newman Smith, man, Pearson, man. He just got an offer from Henderson State. Really good kid, man. I told and it made me think like Henderson State, they are in DFW doing their homework.
Man, they listening to the show.
Yeah.
They getting all our guys.
No, they getting everybody that we've been talking about. Like for real. And I just saw they picked up another lineman from I think it was Arlington Mall. Like they really doing
make
their
the
homework.
move. They do the move.
And so this is what I want to tell you. In the land of the transfer portal, man, is it still good? Do good teams still recruit from freshmen up? Or now is it all about just grabbing as much at the transfer portal and thinking you can make chicken salad?
J Mac, man, it's a business. It's a business, J Mac. Man, these top programs, even like the Michigans, the Alabamas. Let's be real, man. Hey, if you a 4-star and it's set a year, they feel they can use you more than a freshman out of high school. I mean, rightfully so, because you got a little bit more experience. Know more about the game. So, man, I get it, man, but it's really hurting the recruiting. In order to really get D1, you really got to be a stud, like a top tier stud, like a Coach Carr coming out of high school type of guy. Man, it's hard, man. It's hard out here for these kids, man.
It's hard. It's hard, man. It is. Go ahead, Pat.
Yeah, I mean the other thing is we're in a microwave society, so these coaches have shorter and shorter times to prove themselves. If you ain't making big moves in year 2, you used to get the 5-year plan? Ain't no more 5-year plans. You got year 2 to make some type of major improvements, or they gonna move on from you after year 3. So they're almost forced into that mentality of, man, I gotta win now. I ain't got time to develop nobody.
No.
But I mean, even with that, Pat, just say, and you right, Damian Long. Like, trust me, Lil Long will go. I think Henderson will pick up Lil Long. You ain't got to worry about that.
Oh, he's a stud, man. Your kid a stud.
Yeah, they pick up ballers. All them ballers that slipping through the cracks, they gonna pick them up.
And they get them too.
Yeah, don't worry. We'll send them the address. We'll get them there. We'll get there. We'll send them the address. But no, I mean, like what you were saying, Pat, you say, but I still feel like the best teams still build with their freshmen and go up.
Yeah, I agree.
I still feel that's the best way to build. Like,
I think so too.
If you need a bridge player, I do believe in bridge players. If you want to bring in some bridge players, you got a freshman quarterback. Maybe he's not physically ready to take a beat. You want to sign somebody out the portal, that's going to be there for a year until your quarterback get physically enough, ready enough to take over. That's good, but I still believe that only thing you're supposed to get out the portal, man, is just some bridge players and some fill-in players. Because if we just gonna keep it a buck, especially these smaller schools like the HBCUs, they not getting those studs, dog. They get most of the players that they getting are the players that's getting told by their last team, you need to get in the portal.
Yep.
Like
Right,
basically
right.
they're getting cut.
Absolutely.
So it's
And
not like they just getting somebody like that.
Right.
no, I agree. I think also it's about the stage of the program, though. Like a Texas and Alabama and teams like that, they can build through traditional recruiting. You know what I'm saying? But you have teams that are kind of that middle of the run team. They trying to make a name for themselves. A Vanderbilt, Jackson State. Well, I ain't gonna say Jackson State. But just your middle of the run teams, your Texas Techs, all those type of teams like that. They got to have them boosts or whatever because they're not going to get those 5 stars and 4 stars on a consistent enough basis. So now they get to reach and get a former 5-star who probably was really a 1-star.
Yep. That's basically what's going on, Pat.
Well, I think a lot of it too is it's levels, right? So to me, when it comes to like the top of the line playoff team or the SEC, or they're going to get the best of the best transfers and transfers for a business reason. They're going to get those. You know what I'm saying? I mean, let's talk about Texas. They starting quarterbacks to transfer from Ohio State. They just got the big time receiver from Alabama.
Yep.
So they're going to go get guys that can come in and lead and make them game change. So your lower level teams are never going to get those kids. Now, at your level, you can get a kid that's equivalent to that, meaning he still is able to take your program to the next level. He's able to put you over the the hump because that's what you're missing, right? But then if you're at the bottom barrel or wherever you're located, that team, those particular players, and you dwindle down. So now you're at the FCS level. Those other guys I'm talking about is a group of five. Now you're down to the FCS level, right? So at that particular point, to me, unless it's a kid that is obvious to come in and do what we need him to do, to me it makes no sense to go and get a transfer kid. And the reason why I say that because a lot of times kids are over recruited. They went to this school so people think that they can do this. You know what I mean? This school has historically put out kids that played Kyle Potter when it started. He's the next one, but he's really not the next one. He's the product of playing on a team that's really good. So he was able to do what he had to do, not because he was the best player on the field, but because other people made up for what he had, his deficiencies, right? So now when you get to the next level, his deficiency shows up. And now that kid could no longer play, but I'm telling this kid, that's the kid I'm recruiting, right? Now I'm recruiting that kid because if I'm at the FCS level, when that kid transfers, he falls down to me. You see what I'm saying? Now, if a kid transfer after his redshirt freshman year, after his true freshman year in college, and then go to his redshirt year, to me, that's the kid I'm recruiting like a high school kid.
Yep.
Because now I got that kid for the next four years. Just like I would have a high school kid. If I got two kids coming in that are not equal, meaning from this standpoint, I got a transfer kid that's gonna come to my program and be in my program for 2 years. The first year he has to adjust to my culture and whatever that culture is, right? So he may fall off from the culture, or he may thrive in that culture, or he just may be a placeholder in that culture. If he's going to be a placeholder, I'm going to get a freshman out of high school. Because if you look at Henderson State, to me, Henderson State got kids that could play in group of 5. Or at the FCS level, no matter what. Yeah. Right? They got Troop who just embarrassed the SMU commit in front of SMU.
Yeah. We seen that personally. We personally seen that.
Personally seen that. They got Brandon Roberts who took his team to a state semifinal. Right? Yeah. Then they come back and who else they just get, J-Mac?
They got an old line on the ball. They just offered the Newman Smith quarterback, who's an elite athlete. Elite.
Oh yeah. We post his dad. Yeah, so, man,
they're going to get players that are football players. They're just not at the traditional schools that you say, okay, I need to go get a kid out of there. You know what I mean? Or those kids may have got a shot at the FCS, but now, the portal took them over. It's a lot that goes along with it, man. I think you have to be selective. And at the end of the day, man, if I'm a high school kid, the beauty of everything is finally making y'all have to go prove what y'all say y'all are. And I can respect that.
Yes, sir. No, we got to return the swagger, man. I need to find that music. The return. What up, Swag?
What up, man? I miss y'all guys, man. I've been out, of course, dealing with family deaths, so it's been kind of emotional couple of weeks for me, but I'm glad to be back. How y'all been, man?
We good, man.
Good.
You know, our motto, we gonna hold it down till you get back. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. We're gonna hold it down for you, Swag. We got you, bro.
Hey, two things. Number one, I'm proud of the job y'all been doing. Y'all been killing it, bro. And Will, the jerseys. Oh my God, fam!
They fire, boy.
You just continue to amaze, bro. Like, man.
Where you get that swag from, Coach? Where you get that swag from? You didn't get that from Carter. You didn't get that Carter from Swag.
Did you?
No, he OG. OG.
You didn't get that swag from Carter, Coach. You didn't get that. That might be that Michigan swag.
That Michigan swag. Listen, I'm telling you something. You don't know. Here's what you don't know. So in college, I used to wear long white socks like Michael Cooper. That was my guy. I like Cooper. I like the long white socks, right? Then you start watching Michigan play, you start seeing cats that wear the long white socks. Wood warm. So a lot of cats started wearing them. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, I've been saying this for a minute now. I'm gonna tell you a Jordan story that you ain't gonna never believe, but I ain't gonna tell it to you now, but I'll tell it to you.
Hey, Will, when you got the legend Ray Jackson on your page talking about the mother clean, I was like, hey, Willow did that.
Oh yeah. I was like, ooh.
Yeah, we finna knock out our.
I think we got our guest. I think we finally got our guest. He done made it up in here, man. He look like he comfortable today, boy. He rocking that hat. He ready tonight, but before I can bring you in here, I gotta give you a little theme music, Lincoln Coleman. I gotta give you some theme music. You know what I'm saying? Because you're OG in this thing. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna give you a little theme music, man. We're gonna get deep. We're gonna get a deacon. Bring you in. We're gonna get the deacon to bring you in, man.
Ain't nobody calling me, texting me, paging me, asking me, are you still involved? Calling me, texting me, paging me, asking me, am I still involved? Y'all usually check on me. Listen. I'm still involved. Hey! Woo! Oh, shut up, my boy. Hey! I'm still involved. Oh! I'm still them boys. I'm still them boys. Yeah. I'm still them boys. Yeah. I'm still them boys. Call and check on it. Hey, I'm still them boys. Them boys. I'm still them boys. Now y'all don't want to call and check on the pastor. I'm still them boys.
That's the theme music.
That's the theme music, man. We had to bring it right,
man. I'm still them boys.
Sorry, man.
What up?
Hey, man, what's happening? I ain't gonna lie, Lee. I'm still them boys, man, but I was trying to jump in.
J-Mac, you echo.
Is that me? Is that me?
Yeah. Let me make sure. Let me push mute. Hold on.
Now, y'all go ahead and say something.
What?
It's you, man.
Go ahead, Will. Go ahead, Will. I'm finna see if it's me.
It's you.
Oh, all right.
Everybody.
Is it everybody?
Everybody.
You on your phone?
Lincoln, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear all that.
Yeah.
You on your laptop?
Say what?
Hold on. Say something, B. Rosin.
Yo,
It's like every other word.
It ain't him.
Okay. Hold on. I'm finna mute everybody. Hold on. All right, Link, can you hear me?
1 2 1 2
I can hear you.
you good?
1 2.
Willow, say something, Willow.
It's you. Both of y'all.
Hey, J Mac, mute your mic for a second. And all right, 1 2. Can everybody hear now?
Yeah.
All right, I think it is J Mac. J Mac, you're gonna have to go out and come back in, sir.
He can't.
Go ahead, take over.
Okay.
All right. Lincoln Coleman in the building. What's going on, boss? Can you hear us?
Yo, Link, can you hear us?
Okay, now I can hear you.
Okay. Yeah, that's weird. So it wasn't J Mac. I think that was B. I think
If there's somebody talking, I can't hear him.
Who's that? It's weird because last time
The best podcast down there, I can't hear him.
Which one? Swaggy, can you hear me?
I can hear Swaggy Hollywood when he talk.
Okay.
I hear you.
All right,
Can y'all
Big
hear
Ryan,
me?
say something.
Can't hear Will.
Willow.
Say something, Willow.
Oh.
Hey, you know what happened? I think I know what happened. Lincoln, when you came in, I think all the echoes started. Before you came in, we didn't have any issues with the echoes. Are you on a computer or your phone? I don't think he can hear me.
Say
Todd never fails.
Say Todd. They might be watching you for real. Say.
No, Todd, that's Nordstrom. That's Nordstrom watching. Trying to see who opened it. They can recruit.
I can't hear it. Hold up.
Yo.
So you fix Willow. I think it's me. I'm gonna go out too.
We just got this together before the show.
Well, I think we could get a lot of Roger Troutman interview.
J Man, Coach say he played that Cowboy song. That's all we echoing.
I tell you what.
Okay.
Big dog.
I can't hear anybody.
Can anybody hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. Can you hear me, Lincoln?
Can you hear me? Hello, one testing. Testing,
yeah,
1, 2, 3.
I hear you.
Okay. Did somebody ask me? I didn't know if somebody asked me a question or anything.
No. How you doing, man?
Oh Lord, you know what?
Lincoln. Like, can anybody in the audience hear me? Am I talking to myself?
Yeah, I hear you.
Bro, this is
Yeah, I
crazy.
can hear you.
Am I
Can anybody?
echoing?
All right, let's do a test. Can anybody hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. I swear, like when we brought Lincoln in, or when we brought in that boy song, it just went crazy. I don't know what the hell happened. And I think Lincoln is on a burner phone.
Nigga, you ain't right for that, nigga.
Hey man, I was having trouble with my phone, man, and I'm like, what the hell's going on? And I'm trying to get centered up in here.
Are you good now?
You on your phone. With your phone.
Yeah, I'm on my phone. Yeah, I'm on my phone. All right, now I'm good. How about that?
Hey,
turn your phone sideways.
I'll turn it sideways.
Oh, you know what? Hey, somebody see if they got another window open.
Okay.
Yeah, I think somebody must have two of them open.
Check your tabs.
Am I echoing?
No.
Everybody echoing.
But is there anybody that got somebody in the room with him that's playing the show?
Is somebody, you asking if somebody in the room?
Yeah, that's listening to the show.
I have someone listening to the show right now.
That's
Tell them to do what?
Put it on mute.
Put their phone on mute?
Put it on mute or go to the other room.
I'm sorry, say that again.
That's what it is.
Put it on mute or go to the other room. Because it's too
You talking about their phone?
Whoever's listening to the show.
Whoever listens to the other show.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. They're not listening to it on the phone.
Oh, well, are they in the room with you?
Yes, they are.
That's what I'm talking about. Like
their phone on mute.
Yeah, or one of y'all got to put it on mute.
Okay. Okay, yeah, you heard him. Yeah, put the phone on mute.
Well, look, we're having a pre-show meeting in the show.
Huh?
I said we're having a pre-show.
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah, got the echo. This is borderline embarrassing.
Olivia, we need to go back. At this point, I'm not ready to go back. We're gonna go back to talking and stuff.
Hey, the show must go on.
Motorola two-way page.
Hey, the comments are the funniest part of the show right now.
Hey, let me tell you this.
I'm still using a flip phone.
Damn.
Oh, you like that Jerry Jones.
All right, so let's go, man.
All right. Do me a favor, Pat. How Lincoln and walking through.
Let's see, it might be me. Let me see.
Not having both shows going on in the same room.
Yeah, something
Can you do
going
that,
on. Huh?
I said, call Lincoln and explain what I'm talking about having both shows going on in the same room.
Gotcha.
And then y'all come back in and clear the browser.
Hey, I got it on Do Not Disturb. I got my phone on Do Not Disturb. Just in case somebody call in and all that kind of stuff, call me.
Hey,
is that messing it up?
Oh, Lord.
In these comments.
Oh, man, everybody clowning, man. My homegirl, clowning, Olivia clowning. Yeah,
hey, where can I go see them coming? Oh, there they are. Just cut the whole show off. That's Michael Irvin. What the hell? Hey, first off, spell the nigga name right. You know what I mean? Why you up here, joning on the brother?
Oh.
Get the Hall of Famer's name right, goddammit.
Hey.
Oh, that's Michael Irvin. Come on, man, get it right.
It's auto tune. It's auto correct. It's auto.
I'm just messing with you, man.
I know.
Was
I
that
know.
Jason Todd?
Yeah, it's go
Hey,
time,
you
man.
know who that is, though?
No, who was that?
That's the head coach of SOC.
Oh,
How you doing, sir?
Oh, they said the '95 Cowboys
Hey,
Super Bowl
listen, I
champ.
might be. Hey, I'm trying to get back into coaching, man. Hey, you know what I mean? I can't be dissing, head coaches.
same. Be a running back coach, huh?
Oh, I was over at Samuel for a little while, man.
And that's why I wanted to start off, man. What happened with that? What happened over there?
Lord have mercy, man. Listen, let me tell you something. I love, being able to put, as a coach, put kids in position to be successful. It was, I was at a school where there was a lot of, other stuff going on, the violence and Samuel was an awesome school. We had fantastic teachers. But we had some students that were, I think at that time there was this group of kids who were robbing stores and stealing ATMs, and all that started with Samuel kids. They would show up at school with the new Jordans on and necklaces and rings, and they would tell us that's how they were getting down, and we had police in the school, so that let you know what the kind of stuff that was going on. So one day I'm walking by the to the lunchroom, and there's a little area where the kids can, hang out and talk and do whatever. There were like 5 or 6 kids beating up this one kid, So I rushed out there and I'm throwing kids off. And I get to the last dude and I got to hold him around the shoulders, and the man bent over and bit my wrist. I still have a scar today, from that on my wrist. And I had to do 2 weeks of antibiotics and all of that because of a human bite. And I had been working in, schools with, metal detectors and police officers and all of that kind of stuff to keep, the learning environment in control. And man, I just, there was I had lost my father, and I just lost the enthusiasm to coach and to teach and all of that. And so I just kind of, semi-retired until I had that, that fire again. And I've had it for the last couple of years. It's just, COVID and all this other stuff that, that's been going on. And I'm ready to go back and do my thing, so that's kind of what happened with Samuel. I was at Creston High School in Grand Rapids. And after my first year, I was a running back linebacker coach. My running back was player of the year in the state of Michigan. Went off to Notre Dame. My second year, I became the head coach, just that quick. And we had a lot of fantastic athletes. And if you guys are coaches or you've coached kids, I came to the revelation that coaching talented kids is awesome. I mean, I had a kid on my team who was #1 in the state as a basketball player, football player, and baseball player. He looked just like Randy Moss. I mean, this dude was talented, but he did his own thing. He always would show up late to practice and all of this stuff here. And one day I said, hey man, I need you to jog around the field until I decide, that you can, come into practice, because you're already, 30 to 40 minutes late. He shrugged it off and, he's just kind of walking around the field and all this stuff here. And he comes back and tries to get on the field. And I said, listen, man, I told you, I need you to do what I asked you to do. Hit the track until I tell you you can come back. And he, kind of walked around again. And so when he came back, I said, listen, I need all my stuff that you got on. I need it. And you need to hit the locker room. And I don't want to see you no more. Okay. That was how mad and upset I was with this kid who has everything, all the talent in the world, but no discipline. And the ex-coach, who was he was my mentor, who's the ex-head coach, he comes back to me and says, "Listen, man, sometimes you got to coach a different way. I grew up with two parents, for most of my life. I did not understand the dynamic of a single parent home. And so there were things that would happen in those homes that I didn't know anything about, And like I had this one player, I didn't see him for a whole week. And I go to the head coach when I was my first year there, and I go, "Hey, man, when that boy shows up, I'm going to run him in those 110s, and I'm going to run gassers." And he said, "No, man. His mother and father sell drugs, and they got the door kicked in, so the kids are here and the parents are there." So even growing up in my neighborhood, it was, it didn't jump off like that at Owenwood Park. Yeah, we had some, hood cats, and we did hood things, but it's different out there now. And so I had to adapt. Even when I was teaching, I couldn't teach Johnny the way I taught Jerry. So my teaching techniques had to be diverse. So that was, a big lesson that I learned. But I learned one thing. I love the talented players, but if I get a player or a group of players or a team full of players that didn't have a whole bunch of talent, but they did exactly what you asked them to do on the field, I'll take that any day. Any day, because I want you to get in position to be successful, and you need to do what these coaches ask you to do, because we're not here to hurt you. We want to win just as hard as you want to win. So we want you to do what you're supposed to do, and without hesitation, But athletes, they say you got an athletic defensive tackle. I need him in the B gap. I need him to control the B gap. Well, he's in the B gap. He sees that running back running opposite of his gap. Now he want to get out of it and jump in the A gap. No, I need you to attack him through the B gap on to making a play. So yeah, take, not really talented guys, but guys that listen and they enjoy learning and they love the game. But at Samuel, my dad died and I lost all love for everything. I went downhill.
Okay. Yeah, I mean that's understandable. That's definitely understandable.
Yeah. There were some issues with my pops that I never was able to get out. Me and my dad, we loved each other. We couldn't sit in a room together and come up with a conversation that, we could not create. Yeah, we were just different. My younger brothers, they could talk to him. They could, go in business with him. They could do all kind of stuff with him. I mean, I went in business with my dad as well, but I just wasn't, I'm a mama's boy. Okay, I would go ahead and tell you, card carrier. All right. I'm the oldest everything in my family. And the first love. And I think what's his name? We're not Training Day. Training Day. Who's the star in Training Day?
Denzel.
Oh, Denzel Washington. He has this thing on Instagram where he talks about a mother's first love, or a woman's first love. It's her first son. There's a different connection there. But I'm a proud mama's boy. I take care of my mother right now, and I moved back from Florida, and it's it's going fantastic because I got a buddy that 2 weeks ago lost his mother. That made me hug her just that much harder. So okay, I got off on something else. Samuel, lost love for everything. I lost love for everything, and I fell off.
Hey, Link, so you lost your dad in high school?
Huh?
You lost your dad in high school?
No, I lost my dad in 2011.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I lost. I'm just talking about when I was teaching at Samuel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, when I was teaching at Samuel. So yeah, that's how I stopped teaching and coaching. I mean,
what's your certification? Can you hear me?
What's your certification in, Lincoln?
I can't hear him. I can't
What's your
hear him.
certification?
What's your certification in? The
World
certification?
history, world geography. It was where I was as a when you got teacher's aide.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And then substituting. You had to be something when you were a coach.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah, when you're a coach in high school, you had to, you had to get a certification somewhere, or you just, because I had became a head coach, so I had to, step up my game.
You used to be the head coach of Samuel?
No, not at Samuel. At Crescent High School in Grand Rapids.
Okay.
Oh, that must be somebody personal. Rashonda, whatever that is.
Yeah, she graduated from Samuel. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
She's the one riding.
Say what?
I said you probably there.
Okay, I was 2007 to 2010. Yeah, 2011.
Yeah, she a little gangster.
But you know what's crazy? I had I see sometimes in my I go to Pleasant Grove, I go to Walmart, different places, and I always run into my students from Samuel, and they're always doing well. I got one guy, he's a manager at McDonald's. This other young lady is managing Walmart. I mean, these are the kids that I thought wasn't gonna make it. You know what I mean? They were rough. I had to always chase them down, looking for them, because they're skipping class, and now they're doing so well. Me and my ex-fiance was in this little place that we love that has live bands and all of that, and I go up to the bar, and this young lady out of the side of my face goes, "Mr. Coleman," and I go, "Oh Lord, that's Samuel High School right there," and the young lady was doing so well, but that was something that was awesome to feel.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yeah,
okay. All right. What made you want to get back in the game?
I'm sorry.
What makes you want to get back in?
Oh man, it's been little by little. At my pharmacy, there's a young lady that gives me my meds, and she wanted me to coach her son one-on-one, and so I started doing that. And then there was some other people in the neighborhood that wanted me to do a little coaching with 3 or 4 kids, and so I started doing that. And the passion and the want to. I love seeing the best thing that got me excited. One of the things that got me excited when I was coaching, they come in freshmen or sophomores or whatever, and then that next year there's a physical jump. There's a mental jump from that year before, and you go, wow, this kid, you get the feeling in your heart that this kid is ready to make that next move, that next little coaching technique, that next little something that you can give them to be even better, and so that was awesome to me.
Okay. No, that's
It's
dope, man. I mean, I gotta ask you this question, man. Fast forward to, I know. Are you keeping up with the?
Oh,
with the
I can't hear you. I can't hear you.
Oh,
I can't hear you.
You can't hear me? Can anybody else hear me?
I can hear you.
You can hear me?
Yeah.
I can't hear you.
Ask Lincoln, can he hear me?
Lincoln, can you hear
you?
Lincoln? Can you hear me, Lincoln? Lincoln, can you hear me, Lincoln?
Now I can. Can you bring me something to drink? Yeah, now I can.
Okay.
Lincoln, are you keeping up with the college?
Hey man, I keep up with college more than I keep up with the NFL, bro. Yeah. I
Okay.
love college football. I love the fight that these college kids have to be great, and the level of coaching. Wow, man. I mean, it's at its highest. Yeah, it's at its highest, man. So I love college football.
So tell me, we just had a nice little discussion, man, about building a program and how you feel about the way the transfer portal is, and should teams, should schools still build from their freshman class up and kind of sprinkle in some transfers, or what they doing now where it look like they trying to build their foundation from transfers, which basically, let's just be honest, if you're not a top team, you basically getting other folks trash.
Well, the problem is, and I guess it's a problem. Everybody wants to be a champion right now, and so the way you become a champion right now is you go in that portal and find some experienced players. I'm not saying that's that's what it the end all be all, but that's what's happening. Everybody wants to be a champion. They want to win games. They have to win games for their fan base, for that college. They're putting all that money in their pocket. So instead of banking on one of the top top high schoolers in the nation, they go and get that one that Coach Saban coached last year. That guy. He's got, he's got a little more grit to him than this little, high school kid that's coming in. I know his bloodline now. But the problem is, I seen one kid at 5 schools. What is that? You know what I mean? I do he transferred from 5 schools, man. I said, good Lord, what was he doing? So
he at work. He working.
Yeah, he had a job. He said, listen, I'm going to visit every state in the nation before I come out of college. I just didn't understand you know what I mean? Maybe heard, but 5 schools, man. I think he's a 6-year guy. Seriously, I wasn't joking about that. I've seen that.
No, Miami got somebody that's in his 9th year.
Yep. I don't understand that, man, at all. So that's, Deion Sanders said that. Deion Sanders said after his first year, that he needed to win games. So he went to the transfer portal and cleaned up. He just didn't go find some big old linemen. You know what I mean? Now he got to go find some big boys to put on that defensive and offensive line. Yeah. His son was getting killed.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, can you sustain by building at the transfer portal without building good recruiting classes?
There has to be a healthy balance between those high schoolers you bring in, okay, and that transfer portal, because those high schoolers you bring in, you've already promised them, yeah, man, in a year or so, you got it going on. Don't even worry about it. You're going to be the guy. And all of a sudden, you bring in a second-year sophomore, a quarterback with experience, played in 12 games the year before. Now, your time to play, instead of playing after your freshman year, now you got to wait till your junior year, then you got to wait till you're a senior. If you can't beat out that quarterback, but yeah, they brought in the kid, from somewhere else. They got more experience than you, and now your time to sit on the bench is longer.
Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah.
And I like the fact that Manning's kid had enough in him to say he likes the coach, he likes the school, he's fine with getting the experience behind this other kid, because the kid ain't that bad. The quarterback that's in front of him ain't that bad.
No.
So you know what I mean? I'm sorry, I don't mean to say ain't that bad. He's a pretty damn good quarterback.
He's gonna get drafted. Put it like that. He's a draftable
Yeah, he's a pretty.
guy, right?
Yeah, I mean, what's his name from San Francisco, the quarterback?
Purdy.
Brock Purdy.
Purdy made it cool to find you somebody that ain't, Jason Richardson out of with the Colts that got hurt. It's all right to go find you second, third round, or fourth round cat and develop him at quarterback.
We got somebody right here, Mr. Tony. Tony Fishgray say, is the portal a great deal to be involved in? And I don't know if he's talking from the player or the coach perspective.
The coach is, like I said, is a delicate balance that they have to play between getting those high schoolers and promising them that they're going to get some time, in the next year or so. And all of a sudden, you bring in a guy that's played your position for the last 2 years somewhere else, and now he jumped in front of you, and that puts your playing time back another year, or you have less snaps, because of this dude they went and got in the transfer portal. So it's a delicate balance that they're gonna have to play. But Saban doesn't have a lot of defections, but now as soon as he retired, boy, them boys got the hell up out of there.
Yeah, it's about the coach.
Yep. So Lincoln, do you think players playing 2, 3, 4 years ago in one university, are them days long gone? In your opinion?
I'm saying that again. 2, 3 years for the university.
Yeah. Do you think players are staying at one university? Are those days gone? In your opinion, they're staying at one school and then
I'm gonna tell you like this: if I had the NIL, I'd be in college for 10 years. I seen somebody. Who is that? Dion's boy. Hey, Dion's boy making $4.5 million a year. What you need with the NFL right now? Wait till the salary cap go up. The salary cap is already at $196 million. You know what I mean? You live in college. You got $4.5 million shooting to your bank account every year. Play good football, get some experience, and then pop out when you're ready to pop out. Instead of rushing just for that dollar. You ain't got to rush for the dollar no more.
Right. I mean, who don't want to live on a college campus with a bunch of money?
Deion Sanders boy riding around in a damn Rolls Royce or something like that, ain't he?
Oh yeah.
What I need with the Detroit Lions. I don't need to go to the Detroit Lions, man. I don't need to move, deal with Chicago or the Colts or New York Jets. Chilling in Colorado, 4.5 in the bank.
Well, yeah, I mean, think about them cats who ain't gonna even go to the league, but it's a high demand for a good, solid quarterback. That they
I can't hear you. I can't hear you.
I said they paying $800,000 for a good, solid quarterback in Power 5. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like you just ain't in there. You know what I mean? Like the big time dudes getting that. But shoot, you ain't gonna get drafted in the NFL. Good.
You say you can't hear
me.
I can't hear you.
I can't.
Yeah. I think your
with the blue shirt on. Huh?
Yeah, it's blue. Yeah.
What'd he say?
He said that at this day and time, a quarterback is making $800,000 in NIL in college just to be decent. Wow, what's the purpose of leaving?
Hey, here's my thing. I learned this rule in the NFL. I can't get in another man's pockets. If that's the rule, that's the law, you can go ahead and make you some bread out there marketing for all these companies. Go make that money, man, because they've been making money long bread and hadn't shared it with nobody. So now they got to put the bread together and start finding some athletes. I'm with that.
No, I'm with. Hey, do you know Randall Fanning?
Randall Fanning, that's my boy, man.
No, he said he was your college roommate, man. That's my dog.
That was my dude right there, man. Hey, hey man, some stuff jumped off, man, with in our little hey, check this out. He became my roommate because I got kicked out of the dorms for being a jerk off. And then I had to go and find an apartment and all of that. And that was my boy. That was my boy. We had a nice little crew, man.
That at Baylor?
Yeah, Baylor.
Okay. Yeah, Randy, that's cool dude, man. That's a solid dude.
I mean, he's real as it gets. He's as real as it gets. That's a good brother, man. Really good brother.
Okay, now he saying. Okay, so if a high school kid reliable on the portal, I'm trying to figure what you said out.
Wait a minute, what did he say?
He said
a high school kid on the portal?
Reliable on the portal.
Is a high school kid reliable on the portal?
J Mac, he asking if the high school.
I'm trying to figure that out. What do you mean?
If a high school kid is more reliable than the portal kid?
He said, should high school kid be one in a NIL portal?
Okay, no, okay. He said, is a high school kid more reliable than someone coming out the portal?
Oh, okay. I mean, think about it. Let's say you got a cat out of the portal who played 7 games a year before, 5, 10, didn't like his playing time, and he decided to jump in the portal. And you got this high school kid know nothing about, how this thing's, supposed to jump off. I'm more inclined to grab the portal, unless that kid just jumps out off the screen when you watch him on film. I'm probably more inclined to grab somebody from the portal.
Yeah,
because that's how a lot of teams are doing it.
Yeah. I also think kids. Do you think kids are jumping in the portal too quick?
Yeah.
Because
Most
people
definitely.
don't talk about the kids that don't find a home.
Yeah, man. That's why, like I said, that's why I'm so happy that Manning kid stayed at Texas. You know what I mean? He didn't, lose his mind and go, "Oh Lord, I'm not gonna be able to play. This boy's coming back." He made it the quarterback, the original the starter. He said he's coming back, and maybe the coach Sarkisian, promised him, a few more snaps. You never know. But either way it go, I'm glad he, took his time and said, "Yo, I'm gonna sit here for a second. I'm gonna learn the game, and when it's my time, I'm gonna go ahead and shine."
Right. Okay, well, let's give you a try again, man. See if we can hear you.
Lincoln, can you hear me?
I can't hear Big Homie. Is that Will?
Yeah.
Dog, look, I don't know text, man. Shit.
You echoing bad too, Willow. You are worse than mine.
I don't know. Hold on. I don't know what's.
Yeah, man. The devil didn't want you on tonight, Lincoln. Hey, while we wait on Willow, man, I'm gonna jump to the pros, man.
Okay.
Who you got? Who you got this week?
Mahomes, Texas. He's from Texas. I love it. I'm an NFC guy, so I'm supposed to root on the San Francisco 49ers, but they've been bumping us out. Well, actually, our Cowboys been bumping ourselves out of the playoffs every year. But I'm supposed to root for the NFC, so I'm gonna say the 49ers. But under all of that, I'm a Pat Mahomes guy, man. He's gotten to Brady status with the way people are hating on him now. It's that winner's fatigue, and I'm like, man, I can't hate him. I did. Now, here's the thing. Before Tom Brady won his 5th Super Bowl, I said, I was hating on Tom, okay? After his 5th, I said, listen, I'm going to stop hating on Tom. After his 6th, I said, your ass better stop hating on Tom. After his 7th, He's in unmentionable air. There's nobody up there with him. He created another, you know what I mean, another rung in the ladder. You know, get like him. You know, and I had a buddy to argue with me about whether Belichick should come to Dallas or, you know, and all of that. I'm not a big fan of Belichick coming to Dallas because of his style of coaching. Okay. It takes a dog like Brady to take what Belichick is teaching and coaching and all of that stuff there, that military style, you know, attitude and all of that. And you say, you know what? When we're in practice, he's your guy. But when you're on this field with me, I'm the dude that runs the show. And you do what I do. You get like me. That's what it takes. Somebody got to play over the rim with Belichick to override, you know, his style of, you know, it's discipline first. Even in Dallas, when we were wilding every goddamn night and we were out there in the streets and all of this and this, that, and other thing, we had discipline on game day. We did not, we hoot and holler, talk mess, but we played disciplined football. And that's what Belichick wants, is disciplined football. But with that discipline, you got to have some type of character, some type of, you know, some type of somebody that can, you know, take you to that next level. And that was Brady, man. You see, Belichick is, you know, I think and then another thing, wherever he's going, he's just trying to beat out the Miami head coach. I can't even think of his name. You know, my memory bad. He's just trying to get the record. You know what I mean? So he's just there until he can, you know, win a few. Don Shula. Yeah, he's just there till he can get a couple more wins over Don Shula. And I would have rather Dallas brought in Jim Harbaugh, somebody with some fire, young, that gets down in the trenches with the guys. You know, because we had a, you know, fairly young team. You know, we had, you know, some you know, other guys, you know, that were in important positions that had some age on them. But I just think, you know, we need a young, energetic, full of fire coach that, you know, stays on top of, you know, the game. Mike McCarthy was terrible at time management. You know, he was killing us with that. So, you know, I need somebody with some fire, you know, but I don't think you know, a coach can come in here and be, you know, what Jerry needs him to be. Jerry, a real coach, you know, gonna come here and say, listen, man, like Jimmy back in the day said, listen, you go get your money, go make your money. I got what's happening on the field. This is mine. Right. You know, so it takes a coach like that to go ahead and take over. And because right now, Jerry is a granddaddy. And that's how he treat everybody. Oh, you need a piece of candy? Here's $4-5 million a year. You know, so you know, everybody, nobody being accountable. You know, you got to be accountable to your team, your coach, you know what I mean? And to the legacy of the Cowboys. And all these guys ain't got that. They ain't got that.
Hey,
I might get beat up in the comments, but you know, I'm just saying, we ain't got it like that right now.
Hey, can you hear me, Lincoln? Lincoln, can you hear me?
Go ahead, Willow.
Can you hear me?
Nope.
God damn, man. Your phone, what's wrong with your phone? Your phone must be distant.
I know Willow trying to say something too, man.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to say something. I done went to my phone, my computer. Everybody can hear me, but you.
Oh, he cussing his phone.
No, I'm cussing you out.
You got that cricket or something.
Ooh, I'm sorry, Willow. I can't hear you, baby.
Man, Link, whatever, man.
Tell me this,
what's up?
Man. You talk about how
I'm done, man.
Discipline, but how was he able to get y'all to be disciplined on the field as buck wild as y'all were off the field?
There was a like I said before, if you're gonna hoop with the Owls, you got to be able to soar with the Eagles. Yeah, we got down every night. There was no doubt. We did it to the extreme, but we always did our work, our practice and our study time in our film room. We did that to extreme as well. when we practiced, we were crisp. I left Dallas and I went to the Atlanta Falcons. They had 3-hour practices. We practice on everything. After an hour and a half, I'm done. You know what I mean? Dallas, we were hour and 15, hour 30, and it was handle your business and move to the next thing so we can handle that piece of business. You know, so that kind of taught us to, you know, work within a time frame, but do a lot of work within that time frame. We're not just, you know what I mean, messing around. I mean, okay, Super Bowl 28, we're in Atlanta. I believe the Bills were home, so they had Georgia Dome. Just so happened that week it was rainy and cold all week. So we were outside at the Atlanta Falcons practice facility, mud, okay? And we scrimmaged damn near every day. We found out what the Buffalo Bills did. They threw the football around, played, you know, throw up touch and, you know, all this other mess, worked on a couple of plays that they wanted to work on, you know, figure out a couple of defenses they felt that, you know, working, but they didn't even have pads on. And I really think that was the difference. We turned the thing up. Our intensity went up. We were scrimmaging. Who the hell scrimmaged after we played 18, 19 games? You know, out in the cold, in the rain, every day. So that was one of the things that, you know, made the difference for us, you know, because we were losing going into the halftime, and those linemen went in there and said, Coach, stop all this damn throwing. Let's run that ball. And we came back out 7 plays in a row, counter, dive, slant, belly, touchdown. Yeah, we were all about business. We didn't, you know what I mean? Hey, we could do all that other stuff, but if you couldn't do it, I promise you Jimmy Johnson would get you up out of there. But Jimmy knew everything that we were doing. He knew how wild. I mean, he knew Michael Irvin personally.
He came to Miami.
The ringleader personally, you know what I mean? So he know what was jumping off.
That was his guy.
Right.
Hey, did Jimmy ever go to the White House?
Man, Jimmy wasn't there for the White House. He had left before the White House. He wasn't there, man. Hey, I'm gonna tell you something. You check this out. So, 94, we lost to San Francisco in the NFC Championship game. All right, and we thought we were headed, you know, Super Bowl, all of that. So the wives are out there, the girlfriends, whatever was out there in San Francisco shopping, doing all this, and we were all going to be leaving that next day to, you know, wherever. And we lost, and we're all kind of getting dressed, and the media finally leaves. Michael Irvin says, "Get your ass dressed, get on that damn plane, and get back over to the house. We got to talk." And we got off that plane, man. I'm telling you. Now there was a lot of drugs there. I'm telling you, there was a dinner plate being passed around with cocaine on it. I wasn't indulging at that time, but I was just like, but it was commonplace. You know what I mean? It was commonplace. But man, and we had a session, man. We sat there and we bitched and moaned and cried and wondered what the heck just happened to us, you know, because there's nothing else you're thinking about. We ain't thinking about, well, what if we lose? There's no what if we lose. There's just, you know, wins. And there is what's next. You know, we always thought we weren't looking at our feet. We were looking down the street.
Right.
You know?
You can blame Troy Aikman too, because he played one of the worst games of his career.
I can't hear him.
I say you can blame Troy Aikman too. He played one of the worst games.
I can't hear him.
They can't hear neither one of them. Can you hear me, Link?
That's B. Can you hear me, Link? Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
I can't hear the two at the bottom. I can't hear.
Y'all tell me y'all
Your phone don't like
Hey,
them, man.
B-Rod said that was
I told you I'm on the flip phone.
I'm saying that was Troy Aikman, the worst game he played. That's why that was one of the worst games he played in his career. I remember that
Now, you
game.
said that was one of Troy Aikman's worst games.
Hey, Katie, make sure I have some.
Yeah, he said that was one of Troy Aikman's worst games.
Yeah, it was muddy out there. They just came out, with so much energy. They threw caution to the wind. You know what I mean? They just said, we got to bring it to these cats. And I was always used as pregame. We would go and the receivers coach asked. He'd come to me and say, Link, go start a fight. And this would be while we're out there stretching before the game. So the easiest way to start a fight is go and stretch in the corner of the field that they like to stretch in, or you know what I mean? And so I would start the stretch right there. And so the guys would come up, hey man, this is usually where we stretch. I'll say, well, we stretching there now. And usually they get a nice little, pushing match, somebody's helmet gets snatched off, get some stuff started. And that was our way of kind of getting you out the game. Now you're just mad at us. You just want to jump on us because you're mad. You pissed off that we stretched in your little stretch area. And that's what Kevin Smith did to Jerry Rice, in 92. Kevin Smith went up, started talking mess to Jerry Rice. Jerry Rice started talking mess back. Yeah, we were like, what?
Oh, wow. The great
You know what I mean?
Rice.
I wasn't on the team at that time, but they talk about it all the time. They were like, man, Jerry cussing? Trying to fight? Jerry usually don't say nothing. You see, he didn't shake Deion hand when they got together. Deion trying to shake his hand. He's like, nah, man, let's go to work. That's it. But Jerry got out his cool.
That's interesting. But that's what happens, I guess, when you get tired. So they just have to be.
When you get what?
When the other team get tired. Like they.
If your energy is more directed toward, I'm just, I'm not gonna let these suckers win because they, you're not thinking about the game. You're just thinking about a personal injury that you feel, you've taken upon. Now all you want to do is pay us back or pay the other team back. We were always about business. Always about business. Business first. You couldn't get us upset about nothing. Losing, yes. And that's the type of people the Cowboys team need to have. They need to have people who throw up after a loss, who absolutely is disgusted, and their whole identity is tied to winning. They want to be a winner. They love being a champion.
You think the money too big for that now?
No. Kansas City is doing it. The San Francisco is making it happen. The Ravens. I mean, there's a lot of great teams out there. It's just Cowboys. They make you think that because everybody's getting paid. The quarterback, is up? He got $60 million ready to be shoved into his pockets next year. Think about that check. They only get paid during the season, man. You know what I mean? That check is humongous every week. Man, when Emmett finally came in, I was there the year Emmett was out for 2 games. When Emmett finally came, he got all the running backs together and we hung out, we kicked it, we became a unit. And Emmett, whether he was on the field or not, he made sure when he come off that field, and I was his second in command, he came to me and he said, listen, watch out for that number 52. He likes to slide back in the A gap. You know what I mean? He'll see you and force you up too tight in the line. He would tell me everything I need to know, whether I played in the game or not. He'd make sure I was ready to go in there and play just as well as he could. because we wanted to win. There were no, practice squad guys who weren't important. When I was a practice squad guy, I had to go to work. I had to go to work or I was going to get fired. And every day I went to work. Whether or not Leon led at 6'9", 310 would come to me and say, listen, man, this is an off day for me, man. I ain't working that hard today, so be cool. I had to give him the business because it's not his job on the line, it's mine. And that's the way they expected it. And I was considered an integral part of that team, whether I was on the practice squad or not. And that's how they made you feel.
I feel you. Hey, Willow, you want to give you a try one more time?
It looks like he's saying to hell with it. He done.
Yeah, man. It's one of them nights.
Yeah, because I can't hear him. Seriously.
It's one of them nights.
Either one of them. I can't hear either one of them.
It's one of them nights, day back, man. I'm just listening, man. Dreaming bird, man. Ain't nothing I can do tonight. I'm trying.
I know it, man. It just. I think I was at B. They said, hell no. We ain't gonna let you go off tonight.
Oh man, I'm ready, man. I'm ready for whatever jumps off, baby.
Hey man, that's a problem, man. Everybody ask that question. So I gotta ask though, man. I gotta hear some of these good stories. Cause I used to party at the Cowboys cafe. I was there back in the day. I got my own story. I got my own story. Y'all was parking lot people back then. Y'all didn't have to be in the parking lot.
Say, man, listen, I walk in, look around, say, come here, and we were out. That's how it was.
Damn.
I'm talking about walk in, go to a table, pay for some drinks maybe, and say, listen, can we step outside real quick? And bam, we out of there. Yeah, man, it was ugly. I'm talking about the 90s was everybody. I'll tell you like this. Now, man, everybody, all the ladies talking about the bag, Instagram, they got the, Cash App address on there and all this, you gotta, get the bag. I dig it. I understand it. But back in the 90s, it was almost like the 60s. They wanted to party and be a part of, just like we did. Like men and women at that time, man, it was, everybody was just off the chain, And I'll tell you this real quick before y'all go off. My first time doing cocaine, okay? All right, I've been, off, but I was in Tempe, Arizona, Hoopster trip. Hoopsters is off-season charity basketball team that the Cowboys had, and Michael Irvin ran that thing. And we in Tempe, Arizona, and my whole thing was I would drink, and smoke a little marijuana and all of that, but I drank to excess, so I would always black out, And so we in Tempe, Arizona, and the plane is ready to leave the next day early, 7, 8, 9, some in the morning. And of course, I'm knocked out in my hotel room, doors locked, chain on the door. They can't get me up. And so the phone next to the table, next to the bed, back in them days, it had the little red light, there was a message for me. And that was Michael Irvin saying, yo, when you wake up, come up to room such and such. And that's about that. So I get up and I go up to room such and such, and I open the door. There's like 5 naked women in there. There's cocaine, there's marijuana, and it's just, Mike and another teammate of mine and me. And he goes, listen, man. And I'm not telling y'all anything that Mike hasn't taught. This was a strict rule. When I left Atlanta, when I left Dallas, I went to Atlanta, and the boys will be boys, researchers, called me and said, I got $75,000 for you if you tell me some stories about, Michael Irvin, Aikman and all of this stuff here. And I didn't do it. It didn't take 2 seconds because I wanted to be able to walk back into Dallas city limits without, somebody, like, man, why you snitching? We are doing a documentary right now. It's already been made that's gonna it's gonna blow the top off of Michael Jordan's documentary. I'm talking about you're gonna get all the really real. I mean, even Emmitt Smith is talking. So so what I'm saying is, this has been told before. So naked women, all this cocaine. He says, listen, man, if you gonna stay here, I mean, if you want to leave, I'll put you on a plane right now and then you can get your ass up out of here. He said, but if you stay, you get down like we get down. I said, okay. I looked at the women, I looked at the table, I get my Tony Montana real quick, and it was off and running.
J-Mac.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you something, mate. I'm gonna tell you something I ain't ever did this was Pimp. Well, I'm sorry, Pimp S. Pimp S. We back in 95. We're in 95, okay? When no banks open on those Sundays. I think, I forgot the name of the bank that's open right now that opens up on Sundays. When no banks open up on Sundays. So we doing all this party in the hotel. This is still Tempe, Arizona. And we order up a limo because we're going to the strip club and all this stuff here. And all of a sudden, we're in the limo and we pull up to Bank of America. And I'm like, hey, man, I mean, what's happening? And then I see another car pull up. Mike gets out the car, goes in the bank. This dude unlocks the door, comes out with 50 grand. I said, what just happened? Did you rob the place? Because I don't think they had any tellers in there. He had the bank manager come in and cash a check for him. I said, God dang, baby, you got power, man. You got, a little something behind you, So yeah, but that was a wild one. I think it was 24 hours we were that once we got started, that's how long we were there because we had to catch another plane out the next day.
So
then I jumped in the Mile High Club.
Hey, J-Man, do you think you challenge the basketball player record? Anybody on your team challenge Will Chamberlain?
And I say that again. Hey man, I would give that to Mike. I mean, I wouldn't say he beat out Will Chamberlain, but I take that back. Alvin Harper. We call him Freaky Hop. One, because he had his hops, he could jump out the building, and two, he was a stone cold freak. Hey, he would go get it at lunchtime. And we had chefs. Hey, we didn't have to leave the facility, bro. We didn't have to go nowhere to eat. We were there from 6:30 to 6:30. And he would leave at lunchtime and go get it. I said, boy, you are too much.
Hey, I ain't mad at him.
He was serious. Freaky Hop. I would put him up against Wilt any day.
Freaky Hop.
Yeah, Alvin Harper. He was a bad boy.
He left the Cowboys for more money. I think he probably had enough after when he left the Cowboys and go to Cowboys.
Hey, I don't know. Did I tell y'all this about the two worst free agents ever? Number 2, Alvin Harper in the league. You check this. Go and check the NFL, whatever. They have them like they have number 2, Alvin Harper. You know why? Alvin is up as a free agent. Everybody's throwing him money. Okay. Mike goes to him and says, listen, baby, you've been a number 2 your whole career. When you become a number 1, that heat is, I mean, it's aggressive. They got, they're gonna have they're gonna have the best DB on you, number 1. Then they're gonna have somebody roll over the top of you. Then they're gonna have somebody roll up under you and follow you. That heat is aggressive. So if that is what you want to do, if that's what you think you can do, go do it. Go make that bread. Man, he went over to Tampa Bay, man, and bought him a private jet, and they gave him $2 million, and they tried to run him up out of there. I think they tried to set his house on fire. They couldn't get that nigga up out of there quick enough. Hey, and guess who number one?
Who?
Larry Brown. And these my boys.
Yeah.
Larry Brown. You know why?
Rightfully so.
Because he played for the Cowboys. He was a cornerback for the Cowboys. Our front seven, we got to the quarterback. There's no sitting in the pocket and patting the ball and looking to, for your second and third receiver. You got hit if your ball was in your hand any longer than 2 or 3 seconds. We got to you. So as a cornerback, you can jump routes, guess, you know what I mean? Try to figure, you could do all kind of stuff because the ball was going to either be raggedy, tipped, or intercepted by you. Okay? He decides this Negro here, because we play man, we play man in doubts a lot. This Negro decides to go to the LA Raiders, who play man just because it's tradition, not because they got a great front seven. They play man because that's what we do at the Raiders. That's who we are. We gonna man up and this, that, and other thing. Well, the front seven was garbage. And he was trying to cover all day. And they were killing him. It's not a diss on my boys. They know it. We joke about it all the time when we see each other. But he went to a team that believes in man cover, but don't believe in getting to the quarterback as swift as we did. So he had to cover all day, and them balls were coming to his side swift and fast. Because his whole career he spent being, a ball hawk, because he could.
Wow.
And not that he can Deion Sanders on the other side too. That always helped too. We got Deion on the other side.
Yeah, he had Deion on the other side. Yeah.
Right.
No. No. He left after. You're right. He left. He had Deion on. Yeah. He had Deion on the other side, and he still was facing all the heat, and he still got busy because our front seven didn't play. That was it. And their credo was they go from stopping the run to stopping the pass. You weren't gonna be able to run on us. You weren't gonna be able to run on us. And so that's was our focus.
Do you have any withdrawals? I mean, you all had a hell of a you had a hell of a time.
A what?
You have any withdrawals from all that good time you had with the Cowboys?
Hey man, hey, I developed a nervous tick. Hey man, listen, man. I'm gonna tell you something. No, I did. I really took that behavior to Atlanta, and that was the wrong thing to do. Lord have mercy. And then I had I went home, and me and my wife at that time, we got married a month after we had our first child, and everything kind of changed. So the first year of her life, I stopped playing arena football because I went to arena football after the NFL. I went back to it, and I took off a year because my wife at that time, she had a job that was, she was designing computer chips for this Chinese company or whatever the heck. And so she was able to kind of sustain us because I didn't make a whole lot of money in the NFL. I didn't make no million. My years combined wasn't $500,000 because that's what it was back in those days. But and so she had a pretty awesome job, and I was able to stop playing football for a year and be there for my daughter, because she had worked all these hours and that was a beautiful thing. I was able to be there for her first year, and there was a lot of jealousy with the ex-wife because, that bond, was awesome. But damn, I didn't reminisce. What was the question?
I'm just wondering, man. Because You come
Oh, you
from
went off. Now I can't hear you.
yeah. When you was with you was the Cowboys. It was a lot of dope. It was a lot of
Withdrawals.
Yeah. Do you go through withdrawals?
Now I can't hear him. Now I can't hear you.
Lincoln,
Oh, got
did
it.
you know
I
Lincoln
can't hear.
withdrawal?
Yeah, I can't hear. Yeah.
Who you can't
Oh
hear?
man, this one of them nights,
J
man.
Mac, I can't hear you.
It's just one of them nights.
Yeah, nah, the devil. They don't want us to
But you
talk
got me
about
over
it.
Hey Lincoln, can you hear me, Lincoln?
Okay.
Can you hear me? I can't hear.
Okay. Don't worry
Yeah,
about it, man. We gonna sign
let me just
off,
do
man.
my
We
prayer.
just gonna end
I'm
this.
just drink my prayer, man.
Don't worry about
Say,
it.
J Mac, ask how many years he been in the league. How many total years did he been
He
in the
can't
league?
hear me. He can't hear me.
Can you hear Willow?
Oh, now I can hear him. Not
Can
Willow,
you hear me
but
now?
I can hear J Mac.
Okay. Okay.
All right.
No, I was just saying you had withdrawals, man. I was
Yes,
just
sir.
wondering, do you ever have withdrawals? Because that's a lot.
Oh,
Like,
you know what, man? I'm 54, man. You know what I mean? I'm all right. I did it. I did it at its highest level.
yeah.
I'm all right. You know, I take care of my mom and my aunt. You know what I mean? And yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good. I think about those days sometimes. You know what I mean? Of course, you know my soul, you know, wants to jump out there, but my body said, "Man, if you don't sit your ass down somewhere, everything gonna break on you." You know what I mean? So yeah, my body is telling the story right now.
Hey, so before we get out of here, man, I just want to know what is because you got a son that's new to LSU. So what is it that what advice do you give him and others like him that's getting ready to start their journey on to college and then hopefully to the NFL?
Keep your eyes open. There's going to be a lot of people coming at you, and your decision-making process has to be on point. Lean on your parents if their parents are the ones who are guiding you through this process. Lean on good friends, and make those smart decisions because college is just as hectic as the NFL, man. I mean, if you go to a good one, you know what I mean? I mean, you really don't even have to go to a good one, man. They trying to find you. Back in my day, coming out of high school, man, you had to be a dog to get found. You know, now with social media and all that other stuff, man, it's easy to see you. So, no matter where you are, you're gonna see the heat. So lean on people you can trust and love and depend on.
Right.
Okay. Oh, before we get out, somebody just said they want to know about your senior year at Bryan Adams.
My senior year at Bryan Adams.
Yeah.
Well, I went through my junior year. I had the greatest fullback in ever. Rest in peace, Gary Slayton. Awesome human being. I love him to death. Me and him became really good friends. When I was before I got on meds and and went into AA and all of that kind of stuff, I was a pretty wild boy. Okay, and so Gary, white dude from Georgia, when I had gotten to scrapes and some I mean, you Google me, mentally, it's not all there at all, at times. But he would be my savior. He would be the one to come and grab me up. But my senior year was so disappointing athletically, okay, because we went 8-2 and we didn't make it to the playoffs. We had goals to meet, you know what I mean? The year before, we won district, hadn't done that in 17 years. Went, a couple of, had a cup of coffee in the playoffs, with a couple of teams. And then our senior year, it was those 9 freshmen that they brought up to varsity our sophomore year. We wanted to be something special, and we weren't able to achieve the goals and dreams that we wanted as those 9 freshmen, so that was hard to deal with.
No, yeah. But hopefully we can get back on, man. I'd love to see you. This is a high school podcast. I'd love to see you on the high school staff.
Brian Adams. I've been in contact with the athletic director, and for the last few years, they have been wanting me to come up there and be more, a bigger part of the program. But during that time, like I said, I was just kind of burnt out, with coaching and all of that. And man, I'm ready to go back up and have a discussion with them, and see how that goes. Whether I'm just there as running backs coach or something like that. I love defense. I mean, I'm an offensive guy, but my defenses were either number one in district and top 10 in the state. I love being a defense coordinator. It's a lot. I won't say easier. It's one of those mindless. You almost have to be mindless on defense. All you have to do is when I call the defense, where you're supposed to be there, and everything will be beautiful. You know what I mean? If everybody does their job, it all works out right. So I love coaching defense, man, and it's but that would be something that I'd get back into at Brian Adams. I start off at Brian Adams to see what's happening over
there. Yeah, we had that coach on last year, man. It's his first year this year. They in another tough district, so yeah, they can use you. Absolutely.
It would be an honor, to go back to my high school. It just, I'm worried about going back to, I got this Hall of Fame post up here from Brian Adams. They put me in the Pro Football Hall of Fame at the high school. But yeah, I'm kind of worried about that. But everything is looking up.
I think that'd be good. That might be what they need.
Yeah. I'm all over the school. You know what I mean? I might as well go on back up there and see what's going on.
Yeah. Help them out, coach. Hey, somebody asked about. You want to talk? Could you talk about when you came up missing?
I just seen that Harvey. No problem. I was working in Florida as an addiction specialist, addictions counselor, LCCD, in treatment facilities, and I was working in intensive outpatient services, and I owned my own halfway house, and in that halfway house I had men and women. The only thing separating them was the washroom. I lived in that halfway house above it in a little loft. So 24 hours of the day I was all about recovery, and that was too much. And so there was things happening with my mom, and my brothers wanted me to come back home and take care of her because she wasn't going to go to a home. So I came on back because I wasn't married. My brothers were, and they couldn't just stop their life and kind of make this happen. Of course they would have, and I was unmedicated. Okay, I am schizoaffective, severe bipolar 1. Okay, and I lived life on the edge. I was frantic and manic, and I had bouts of depression, and everything was just wild. I was always called, "Hey, that's crazy, damn Lincoln Coleman." So I come back, and it was like I had a psychotic break, and I ended up parking my car down the street, and I walked until I got to this church that is today still a homeless shelter or whatever, and I would sleep out in front of that, and it was I'm maybe 2 miles away from the house. Okay. And I'm not knowing what the heck is going on. And one day I'm at a guy's house. He finally allowed me to come over, and on the news, there I am. My mother's pleading with the public to get me back. And the guy goes, "That's you." And I immediately walked out the house. I walked all the way home. And the next day I was in a mental hospital.
Just
And
like
that's
that.
when I started taking meds. And, I mean, I've taken every med under the sun to see what will work. I mean, that's kind of how it works. You got to see what works. And then all of a sudden you get used to, your body gets used to, your brain gets used to that, that certain, and then you got to try this whole thing all over again. So sometimes it's a difficult journey, but it's better than the way I was. Sometimes I tell you, sometimes I say, listen, man, I'd rather live life on the edge. I ain't lying. Sometimes my body and my, my mind says, listen, man, live your life out loud like Kanye West. You know what I mean? Sometimes I just want to be free from all these meds, man. I mean, I got heart medication and blood pressure medication and all that too. But sometimes, man, I just, my brain tells me, that ain't for me. I'm supposed to, be the real Lincoln Coleman. So now, I'm a little more, I mean, I still can be radical. I can be, off the chain, but I have a pause button today. That's what those meds give me. It gives me a pause button. Back in the day, it was like, hey, man, let's go knock a store over. Okay, yeah, I'm ready. What's happening? Where's the pistol at? What do you got? I was just ready for whatever. You know what I mean? Ready for whatever. But now today I have a pause button. My anger has been, tempered. I used to be, I took everything as disrespect if you didn't talk to me right. I always got into fights. And then, I was a boxer. So, I was always ready to, test my game out, see what's going on. So it was always about being a tough guy. And I'm being more real with you. Now I'm not going to, we'll get into that in another time. But either way it go, there were things that happened to me as a kid that, I know it happened to me as a kid that made me a very aggressive person, and I always had to show you that I was a man, even with women, it was like I had to have all the women. I'm letting you know I'm a man, I'm just like you, there were things that happened to me as a kid that shaped how I lived as an adult male. So, but yeah.
Oh yeah. Hey man. That's a hell of a story, man. And every time you come on, it gets better and better. We definitely appreciate you, Link.
Hey man, all good, bro. Holla at me, man, anytime.
Hey, next time we gonna get with you in person. We all gonna sit down together.
Hey, there you go. There you go. There you go. Hey, just make sure you got some lemonade. I'm talking about, I make life-changing lemonade. Okay? I'm telling you.
Hey, you bring the lemonade.
I'll bring the lemonade. There you go, man.
There you go. You bring the lemonade. Matter of fact, we're gonna have a get together here in a couple months for the dub, man. We're gonna have a big kickback. Probably have some wings and stuff and watch some March Madness, man. We're gonna probably do that.
Oh, I can eat. I can eat, man. I've lost a lot of weight, I've lost a lot of weight. I used to be 303 pounds, man, during the pandemic. And then I started walking, and among some other things, and lost a lot of weight. So, but I can still eat. No, I can eat. I ain't been watching nobody do nothing. I'm eating right along with you. Willow, move over, Willow. I'm sitting right next to you. We go, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Hey, that's what we want, man. So we're gonna definitely keep in touch, man. We're gonna get back with you.
All right.
I'll play this other version of your. We played your intro song. I'm gonna play your outro song.
Oh, bring him back.
Hey, we're gonna keep it going, man. Here we go.
I'm still them boys and boys and boys and boys and boys. I'm still, somebody tell them I'm still them boys and boys and boys.
them boys.
Don't text me, don't call me. You don't have to ask no questions. I'm still them boys.
Yes, sir. Salute to you, Link.
Hey, man, good hearing from you guys, man. Call me back, baby.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right.
Watch this.
Next, football talk is a big hit. Sunday nights to Wednesday nights, we striking a match cause we lit. Y'all know the name, we call it the dub. On Friday nights, it feel like a club. Getting that VIP treatment on the sideline, they showing us love. Great interviews, go hugs, putting in work, go rub. Texas youth and high school talking to page on Facebook, hold up. Coach trying to stand on the scene, giving advice, he do what he mean. Jay Mack and Swaggy Wick, rocking the gear, it's so clean.
Big guys and go easy, off the easy, push easy. With my steppers, our special kids, making flips so easy.